Hey guys, how are you? Coach Dimitri here. Welcome to another edition of Monday Motivation. Today I want to talk a little bit about motivation. I want to talk about some of the factors which throw people off in terms of being motivated. And I want to tell you three of the most important things that I do to stay motivated. Okay, so let's begin. So what is motivation? Okay, many different definitions of motivation. One of them is the desire to act in service of a specific goal. Another one was the condition of being motivated for a specific purpose. And another one was the driving force within us that affects our behavior. Okay, so we all know about motivation. Now, whether your goal is weight loss, whether your goal is weight gain, some people want to gain weight, whether your goal is to save up money to buy that brand new home that you're looking for, whether your goal is to pass that exam or ask that special person out on a date, we all have goals we want to attract or we want to achieve, but between A and B personalities, there's a motivation that lies, which is different between two people's personality types. So we all know that gyms usually have a 45% dropout rate within the first 30 days of someone signing up for a membership in January. We know that from a study in Texas University that 66% of annual memberships don't make it throughout the entire year. Okay, so why is that? Why do so many people struggle with motivation? There's something called the distraction effect. Now, the distraction effect is what helps people focus and what takes their focus shifting from what they want to achieve versus what they think they can achieve. So for example of this is you had two studies, and one study had a group of people that were told to finish a task, and if they finished the task within a certain amount of time, they had a reward. The reward being $300. Same study, given the same task, but because there wasn't a reward based on it, they noticed that there was a big difference in completion. 82% in completion. Why is that? Because one of the respectable groups had a reward to work towards. So when they removed the reward from the same experiment, and they tried giving them the same program or the same process to follow, and they made it based on play, based on you having fun. Do the job, see what you're gonna get, see how much time it's gonna get. They noticed a 34% reduction in the people who actually got the original job done and got the reward of $300. So it goes to show you that motivation, as much as I hate to say this, guys, is temporary. And motivation can start off really strong, but can get knocked down based on the distraction effect. Here's an example. You look at your midsection, you look at your health, and you say, you know what? I don't feel good. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I perform. Heck, I can't make it up a flight of stairs without getting tired. So you tell yourself, tomorrow I'm gonna join a gym, tomorrow I'm gonna find a coach, and tomorrow I'm gonna look at setting up a nutritional meal plan. So from day one to day two, you're extremely motivated because you're thinking about the goal and the outcomes that can happen. But why is it on day 2, 3, and 4, the motivation drops? That's a key thing that you have to make sure you pay attention to, because if you cannot sustain motivation, you typically will burn out or wipe out with your goal. Now, there's something called mental contrasting. Now, mental contrasting has to do with the thought process of thinking of your strategy, thinking of your goal, and then also thinking about the challenges in between the goal. Now, a lot of people miss that challenge in the strategy portion. They'll say, I want to lose weight, I'm going to go to a gym, I'm going to hire a coach. But the second thing they don't do is they don't say, well, what happens if I lose motivation? What can I set in terms of behavioral goals to help me throughout the process? If I go to the gym and I want to hire a trainer, but it's too expensive, what can I fall back on? What can I set myself up with so I don't lose motivation? And a lot of us don't put these plans together. We get really excited. We are very impulsive. And we think of, you know what, I watched a movie, I saw someone give me a compliment, I saw a picture of myself 10 years ago, and you know what, I want to get back to that state. You get the motivation, it's really big, it's impulsive, but then we lose it over time. So what I've done over my years of trying to stay motivated and keep it motivating is you got to think of the 3 different things that work with motivation. 1, it's accountability, okay? 2, it's reward, and 3, it's a deadline. So 1, what are you going to do to keep yourself accountable? Do you have someone in place to keep yourself accountable? If you don't have someone in place to keep yourself accountable, hire them. What's the best thing you can do? You can put money towards a coach. You can put money towards a gym that provides classes, accountability, body composition, or you can just join a club for access and work out by yourself, number one. Number two, you can look at a reward system. Give yourself a reward. Set up a specific reward for yourself that you will achieve at the end of 15 days and 30 days. So if it's a nutritional goal, you say, you know what, I'm gonna diet really hard for 15 days, and at the 15th day, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna have my favorite fun meal or whatever it is. Or every week, if Saturday afternoon is gonna be your motivation day, think of some kind of reward to give yourself to help yourself out. If you're trying to motivate your children, give them a reward to look forward to, because motivation starts, and then after a while, but if there's no contrast in place, the motivation will drop. Okay? And thirdly, set a deadline. You can't say, I'm excited, I want to lose weight, I'm going to go out, I'm going to hire a trainer, I'm going to join a gym, and have no deadline to reassess yourself. Being motivated means knowing that you're moving towards a goal. If there's no place in line to assess where you are, you can't fix or work on the challenges of the obstacles that get in your way. And what ends up happening is people become really motivated to get a goal, and then all of a sudden, kids, family, work, schedule, okay, fees, everything comes in place, and they didn't think about the strategies to work around that. They didn't think about, well, if I'm gonna want to get motivated to join a gym and I'm gonna hire a coach to work with me, can I set up my schedule first? Can I sit down and organize my schedule in terms of what it's gonna look like, so that way I know I can work around that process? So that's a few tips to work on motivation. Remember that in my eyes, I even got a tattoo of it right here. And it says, happiness is a decision. So if you want to be motivated, motivation is a decision. It's a choice you make. You don't just say, I want to be motivated and hope the fact that your motivation is going to work with you for the next 6 months to a year. Motivation will start off and it'll drop off. And it'll have picking points where you get motivated because you see results, you're working towards a goal, you're seeing small behavioral patterns, and you're getting better at something. But if you don't say to yourself, I'm gonna be motivated and I'm gonna make a decision today, just like saying to yourself, I'm gonna be happy, regardless of my work, regardless of my schedule, regardless of COVID, regardless of whatever it is, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna be motivated, I'm gonna be happy. No one can take that away from you. If you've mentally told yourself, I'm making a decision. So I urge you, make the decision today. If you want to be motivated, make the decision to have accountability, to have reward, and also to look at some form of a deadline that you can assess yourself. If you know of anybody or you're looking for some motivation to get yourself rock started and get your program going, reach out to us. We're here to help you out. We have an amazing 15-day trial that you can test drive our program and see if you like it for yourself. Take care and have a great day.